Right now, this is 10:30 CIT, okay? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rumbi Uncensored. It's a beautiful morning. I must also remind you that the Gaza revolution is alive and kicking. It is alive and well. And a good morning to everyone. Guys, you cannot come through. We need to have a strong chart. Guys, all right, so it's important to remind everyone that the boys are still there. Murugunzwa, right? Good morning, everybody. What's up, y'all? Here we are. Bless me, guys. Bless me. Good morning. All right, guys. What's up, y'all? All right. Good morning to everybody. Welcome to Ruby and says it's a beautiful morning. Today, I came in my regalia. Let me tell you why I put a black duck. It's to remind the Second Republic that your time is over. I'm mourning. I am mourning Chris Muchangwa in the Second Republic. I'm mourning this party that have caused us harm, that is over. I am mourning. I am mourning. We are the army, the military, the police. I'm mourning the superiority complex. I said I'm mourning. You see, the failure of this republic. I want to remind you that, guys, here we are again discussing. And by the way, the Gaza revolution is alive and kicking. And I must just remind, it's alive and kicking. What you saw yesterday was a signal, okay? They made it very clear. You will see. Okay, Musanye Perwana push fake information out there. Just know that the Gaza revolution is alive and well and kicking. Okay, that's why I had to remind you guys with these songs, the songs that our forefathers sang. Okay, that we are not giving up. We are in and we are in and we are celebrating. This independence is going to be very different. It's not all the shenanigans, the charade that you witnessed over the years. No, this one is going to be the real, authentic independence of Zimbabwe as a nation. Okay, so welcome to me and Censored. You're going to be listened to a little bit later. As what's the Muslim Nyokama Boni is going to speak later on. And at first, the lies of the Second Republic that we are mourning now. The military, why were there tanks across the country yesterday? You must never forget, in 2017, the tanks were on the street prior to Mnangagwa's exit. Do not forget. So hang in there. I'll give you all the details as we move along. But I also want to let you know that Mnangagwa is extremely disrespectful, but we'll get there. So if you just happen to pass through the channel, maybe just happen to pass through, please, you're welcome. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you ring the bell so that at least every time I'm come here, you are gonna be, robbed, right? And so we can converse, right? And also want to say to my regulars, I can see a number. Don't forget the thumbs up button, okay? That button, you don't need to do much. That thumbs up button must be turned on, guys. We need to push algorithm. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. And after that, I know we're going to get to 1 million. Because once the streets are clear and the lines are open across the country, people would want to join in and converse as far as this country is concerned. Like I mentioned, Mnangagwa and his shenanigans and his boys, these small little boys. There's a guy that is trending, his name is Tungwarara, okay? He's got a big tummy. Now, it's a young guy, and I heard that he was in Dubai. There's something about individuals that deals with Mnangagwa. They're just dodgy guys. They don't have a track record, but you just see them hailing to be in positions of influence. You know, this guy is beyond disrespect. He is beyond disrespect. If you know disrespect, no. I want to introduce you to Tungwarara. Tungwarara, the guy that is Mnangagwa's runner. Okay. This guy is Mnangagwa's runner. Interesting guy. Take a listen to him, please. What he said. You'll be shocked.
Asikune mutauro uchinzi shiri ndiyo yabata reken. Ndiko zvino maofeti ndinemi kusvika Malaka. Ndicharwa hondo iyi yekuti munyatsosunungurwa muhomwe nemumaturo enyu nemumakicheni enyu kuti rusununguko rwacho rubve rwatoteke-teke. Basa rangu samuchipa. Saka tiri kuti maovheta akatambura zvikakwana, maovheta akachema zvikakwana. Iko zvino president vakurangarirai vaunza zvirongwa izvi zvisina dzimwe timi mukati but zvakanangana nemi. 150,000 yamuri kupiwa iyi haisiyo yega. Iyi ndeyestati kuti tingocheka discipline, tingocheka kuti mune order here. Tikangoona mune order sekutaura kwandaita tonachiwedzera imwe. By June takapuwa target na president. By June province yega yega inofana kunge yane $1 million inenge ichitenderera muprovince imomu. Mari dzichitenderera muprovince imomu. Pamberi nevaMnangagwa, pamberi nevaMnangagwa. Zvichakadaro pane chirongwa chiri kuuya chemasola. Hatisi kutaura zvekunyepa ka. Pane chirongwa chiri kuuya chemasola. Ende hachina kana nguva, ndosaka takutochitaura. Saka takaona kuti aiwa chirongwa ichi chakanaka, yes. But kuti zvibudewo zvakanaka kuti maovheta anzwewo kuremekedzwawo vachifamba mumatownship. Chirongwa ichi ngachitange nechi nekumaovheti. Saka chiri kuuya pamuovheti wega wega. Ndobva taona kuti tisati tadaro pane mamwe maovheti asina dzimba. Saka masola acho hapana pekuzoisa. Ndobva ndataura naMudhara. Ndikati Mudhara, dzimwe dzimba dziri kuhadzite kana kuisa sola. Zvikanzi ita plan. Ndobva taita kaplan. Ndobva takaparura kumashonalaindo. Ndobva kambotukirwa. Sometimes kutukwa kwakanaka because ukatukwa unobva wakorekta. Saka vanotituka tinovadayo because vanoda kuti tigadzire mamistake edu. Saka ramba tichituka isu tichinotonga. Chamusinaziva ndechekuti pamunoramba muchititunga paya ndo pamuri kutowedzera makore edu ekutunga. Saka takabva tagadzirisa plan yedu zvakare. Ndobva tazoita 3 marooms. Taita 3 marooms, muovheti wega wega. Asiri selfish kana unayo hapana ngezvekuti uwakirwa. Ngatitange nevasina. Because kune vasitori nazvechokwadi. Tikaona kuti no, tikawirira nemukuru kuti no, ngatinovakai. Ndobva tademonstrate. Saka inzwai vaMnangagwa havadi zvenyaya. Ndosaka kuti ukana nemakuhwa hako ikoko haunobudiriri. Vanongoti haurenda zvinhu. Havadi nyaya zvikanzi nyaya yawaparura ngatipinde muaction. Fonera ningi. Muri unopiwa zvaunopiwa ipapo basa ridi ritanga. Ndobva tatoparura. Saka each province tiri kuvaka 100 dzimba for pilot famahofeti asina dzimba.
All right, so Tungwarara guy, the allegations are he got the tender to build the juror that you see at the State House. And this juror that you see, I'm just saying to Mr. Mnangagwa, now that you're leaving, thank you for making it cuter for the next person. Mnangagwa thought he can build a kingdom. Unfortunately, his plans have fallen off. It's not possible. So there's going to be a new president coming into that house. This Tungwarara guy looted the man from the state. Now he's talking about building houses for the war vets. Did you guys saw the Zitumba circulator? Okay, I don't know if you guys, because I'm in interim Victoria, so I don't know what you guys, how do you call those funny small little toilets that they built? And they're saying they are for the war vets, right? The level of disrespect from Mnangagwa's regime is beyond measure. These guys are nothing but wasting our time. They play gimmicks. They loot to the core. They take anything that they want under the guise of we are leadership. But I also realize that the reason why people are doing so, they know that Mnangagwa is not capable, not only in terms of incompetence, he's also now losing his mind at the allegation that he has got dementia. So, when you have got dementia, you forget a lot. You forget, you don't even remember what happened there. But he's just trusting everyone who's around him. And most of the guys who are surrounding him are all crooks. They are hardcore criminals, corny people. I know Java is trending now in America for his dubious thing. It's a shame. Every criminal surrounds Emmerson Mnangagwa, the president. It's a sad story. Now, another one of his ministers, his name is Professor Paul Mavima. He wakes up this morning and he's writing out a message. He said accountability, that's his hashtag. And I'm saying accountability today. Okay. Welcome, citizens of Zimbabwe. I'm excited to engage with you and address your questions. As the Minister of Skills, Audit and Development, my goal is to ensure that our nation's workforce is equipped with the skills needed to drive economic growth and development. Please go ahead and ask your questions, and I will do my best to provide detailed and informative responses. I'm committed to transparency and accountability, and I look forward to our conversation. What's your first question? But where have you been, Mr. Mavuma? And the response from Maswengeda was, is Priska Mufumira mentally stable now, so that she can stand trial for the 90 million she stole? Toda kutenga magesi nekuvaka Madam Macha. Irikudiwa Mario, thanks, Honorable. People are just confronting him and say, why now? Because he knows that Mnangagwa is over for him. Most of these ministers, because of greedy and want positions without knowing that the future won't accept them. The future discard every liar, thug, crook, is not allowed anywhere near the government. Nowhere near. And you will return all the money. So I don't really know this Mavunga person. But my question is, where have you been, sir? Where have you been? Because we've been waiting for you, right? And did you also know that the Minister of ICT, that you see Mavetera, who's busy giving goats around, in 2025, other countries have moved past all the drama. And, Kuda Usasiwa said the most important ministry in any country as of today in 2025 is now the Ministry of ICT. It cuts across all ministries now. Labor, most work now depends on it. Agriculture, it will need to be fully integrated to feed the nation. Finance, with crypto and digital money. Mining, tourism, pensions, urban planning, registry, digital election, AI, social media. The USA has put a technologist right next to the president. Most other countries will have to follow suit. It's not a boutique ministry for, in fact, never mind, as I was referring to Mavetera, whom I have seen giving gods. This woman is dancing songs for the party. When do you draw the line between the government and the party? That's the problem with Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is not ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is not Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a country, an independent country that needs to be run with respect. We might even have a month of campaigning to actually voting for a leader, because once you are known for having a credible track record, people won't even need much time to actually know that you are the right person for the job. But now those questions that have been asked, what has been happening in the country? Why the military moving across Zimbabwe? That's the big question that we saw. Because I know you guys are so desperate to hear. But I wanted to give you introduction of Mnangagwa's deception. And why I'm wearing a black regalia. I do wear Duke, but this one here is specific to mourn. Okay, the Second Republic's departure. These fake people, the Mosi water cannon dudes like Chris Muchangwa, disrespectful to the core, they are on their way out. Since we are going to have a transitional government, new administration of men and women who are capable to do the job. Not politics nonsense. I say men and women who are capable to deliver to the people of Zimbabwe. So one of the reasons that you guys didn't know is Mnangagwa is being played at his own game. Remember in 2017, you saw the military on the street before Mugabe went out, right? Do not forget. I want to remind you of that. So I'm going to read the message that was sent out by Ali. Bear in mind, Ali is very close to the military. Okay. So he said so many inquiries about what's happening in Zimbabwe. You witness philanthropic moves by the military, right? This will go on for the next 3 days. Our philanthropies are from the Incomo barracks, the military that you saw. Conclusion is a signal. You are no longer the commander-in-chief. The message sent by Mnangagwa. You are no longer. Like I told you, in 2017, the military went to the street the same way that you see today. Again, history repeating itself. And I'm a person who's standing at the forefront and said, we are tired of a vicious cycle of nonsense. We want a country that functions, leaders who are respectful, that once we say you have failed, they will walk away. Leaders who understand that the power comes from the people. Because if you can come at the forefront and say, guys, I need you to vote for me to be your leader. You want everyone to run and cast their votes for you, right? And then when you fail, you know, says, no, anyone who speaks against your failure, arrest that person. Are you a leader or you're up to something? You're a criminal. Because the leaders understand that once they fail, people will speak. And once people speak, they address. But first and foremost, you silence people to never protest in the country. You did not want anyone to gather. Are you a genuine leader? Right? So what you saw yesterday, it was intentionally so a signal. It has nothing to do with Mnangagwa as you guys think, but everything to do with him as far as, yeah, Mambo, Mayerwa, Tegele, is the writing is on the wall. You need to go. You are no longer the commander-in-chief. People have been asking, how come Geza is not yet arrested? You know, considering that he spoke and there's been all vicious, so we want to take... Guys, these people know how to play the game. Remember, I said Mnangagwa is being played at his own game because he's done that over the years, just playing games. I'm a firm believer that once what you sow in life is exactly what you're going to reap. And when you reap, it is going to be in multiplication. Remember, that was a seed, and now you need to reap a bountiful harvest. It's the season of Mnangagwa to reap what he has sown. And I'm not surprised at all. It's the season where the father has to reap what he sown. And then Tambo said, this is a ZANU-PF supporter, the ones that were recruited to do what they call counter-intelligence. But I always say these guys came from Temu. They were bought from Temu because they're the most, these guys aren't smart. I know their modus operandi. I know their lines. I mean, you cannot send people out, give them a script because we can pick it up quickly, right? So he said Valerio should have clarified to the nation what the military is doing on the streets to avoid panic. Pandemonium and fake news. The fact that they are loitering around means they are on standby for either Geza or the Tehran. But we all know that Geza is fine because this revolution is for Geza. Who is not fed up of Mnangagwa's nonsense? Zimbabweans in general are fed up, including those that are around him. And I don't know why Mnangagwa could not learn from Mugabe, because overnight, that's what we're saying, they were following Mugabe, left him. I'm saying overnight. People they said, oh, we didn't know this man. Once the crew, they just didn't know his name. That's what I'm saying. They could not know his name, failed to know his name. It said, Promise Mukwananzi, who is the spokesperson for the Citizen Coalition for Change. I don't know, they said the genuine, whatever is going on. I'm no longer interested in the drama. He said the scheduled military exercise is a message to someone, and he better get the message because the message or script is not new or old. It is simply the same. Your time is up. Mnangagwa is on his way out. He does not know. He thinks he's in control. No, he's no longer in control. Things have changed. Zimbabwe is no longer the same. And Amus said, and the message is loud and clear, locally, regionally, and internationally. No threat is too small to be ignored. Mnangagwa has to go, and he must go now. It's not an issue of saying, we have nothing to discuss. So you have failed beyond measure. You have failed beyond conversations. You need to just go in peace, so that we can restart the country. But I must also let you know that the government itself is in paranoia, okay? Because I saw the comment of Nick Mangwana. Nick Mangwana speaks on behalf of the government. He's the one that sent out a message of saying it's just an exercise, okay? He said there's a scheduled exercise to test equipment, which is taking place today. Nothing to be concerned about. What a lie. You don't test equipments around the country like moving around in the city. You test outside there. There are so many spaces to see if this equipment works or not. Okay? But lies. And Lynn said, we listen, but we do not judge because we know the truth. And he said, oh, well done. She's sarcastic. The truth is that Mnangagwa is on his way out. You must not forget in 2017, when the military went to the streets, Jonathan Moyo wrote this message. He said, Kungo bukura bukura, inizete kubata zangu. That was Professor Jonathan Moyo. At that time, they were fine around Mugabe. Remember? Yeah, they were good. They were the big boys. They were the ones that were muting information so the Zimbabweans can't even know what the hell is going on. And when he also said, and Julius Maure, that you saw this morning, okay, Julius Maure was on HSTV, again, exposing Mnangagwa's corrupt network. Really very, very sensitive information. For those that not watch the video, please rush. You can watch it when you have the time. That interview is mind-boggling, mind-blowing, honestly. But you need to watch it. So he said, you are afraid of soldiers doing routine drills. Remember, yesterday, Mnangagwa said the very same statement. In 2017, Julius Maure, that you saw today, this morning, he said the very same statement, that you guys are afraid of soldiers doing routine drills. Right? They're just doing routine. That was in 2017. No, they are not just doing routine. It doesn't work like that in Zimbabwe. Lynn said there is no military equipment that is tested in town. It is actually tested in Nyanga and transported by flatbed vehicles. And like I said before, on my viewpoint, those tanks came out of Nkomo barracks. Last night, when all of you were sleeping, including my 2030s, Ese denied this Mnangagwa. They were out in the middle of the night. Apparently, the tanks are being locked away in Goromont so that whoever wants to use them in future will not access them. A liar, again, of Mnangagwa's counterintelligence. So be smart with the information you see online. I spent my time studying them. I sat down in my house and I began to laugh. I'm like, these guys, they're the most dama. They think that they're smart, but no, we know what they think and what they even say. Now, Lynn went on to say Robert Mugabe was elected by the military during the Mnangagwa Declaration in 1975, using Gidi, right, using the military. And they forced Ndavanigi Stole out of power in 2017. The same military elected Idi Mnangagwa using the barrel of the gun and forced Mugabe out of the office. As for elections, they were rigged in favor of Mugabe in 1980. And this has always been the case to date in Zimbabwe. Yeah, no head of state has ever been elected by the people. All of them are the product of barracks. Right? We all know that's because the military has been in control. And Zimbabwe's problem is that of the military-industrial complex masquerading as a revolutionary party. For my say the same, I've said this in Find and in Findium. The Constitution of November 2017 is the one operational until today. Mugabe removed by Gidi. Mnangagwa will be removed by Gidi. I've said it. The way he came in is the way that's going to go. Because right now he can't even resign. He thinks he's got something to offer to a point where he wants to go to the streets and also join social media, try to do what you call, damage control. But it's too late, Mr. Mnangagwa. You are not loved by everybody. There's a difference. It's only your family and those that are lying around you. Some of the people you think are your friends, they are not. I do remember last year or the year before when an article came out that Kudate Gure started making maneuvers to move to the side of Chiwenga. Do you remember that article? I'm going to share it in the description box because you had seen that Mnangagwa is going to go down. But one of the things that I've said, Kudate Gure should never be seen anywhere near leadership. That guy, in fact, he belongs to prison because the kind of corruption has been involved in Zimbabwe, that is on record. Most of financial illicit flows, Kudate Gure's name is at the forefront. He needs to go where he belongs. He needs to be locked up. Together with his bodies, Wikino that he has been protecting on record. You saw Kudate Gure protected Wikino Mnangagwa protected Wikino. That just shows you the kind of people that they are. Simply wasting our time. But I'm going to send a message, though, to Chiwenga, myself, because I can hear the hunga that Chiwenga maybe. I don't really know. Some people are saying it's not Chiwenga, it's someone else that no one even know. Some people are saying they want Chamisa. They are different, just different narratives out there. But I will tell you what I think as far as what's going on within the ZANU-PF structures is concerned. They think, some of them, not, you heard Mnangagwa, they said, no, it's not our thing. It's a collective thing. We want the Zimbabwean people to decide what's best for this country, not us. But there are some of the people who have interest. I'm talking about bootlickers or those who are sold out to a political party that is ZANU-PF, who are pushing for their own narrative. And one of them is Nyoka Mabune. Nyoka Mabune and I were agreeing on some of the things that he said. But I'm disagreeing with the kind of language he's using on the street right now. He's a good guy, but there's something that I don't like. The issue of imposing a leader to the people. That's, to me, is disrespectful. You know, Zimbabwe is not for two people. Zimbabwe is for everybody. And let's hear what the people say. And what the people say should cut, not what individuals who have interest to be in government based on I supported you. No, we don't want that. We do not want that at all. But let's take a look. Let's take a listen, sorry, to Nyoka Mabun. No, that very soon is going to be, let's take a look because, let's take a listen because I'm going to have all that you've been crying for. The videos are coming finally. Okay. So relax. The equipment that I needed is coming. It has been bought and it's on its way. Guys, I can't wait to let you guys know, see the videos. We're going to run our show very professionally. So relax and chill. But for now, I want you to take a listen to Nyoka Mabun and what he said. Nyoka Mabun, is that what's his name again? Okay, there we go. Nyoka Mabun. Okay, take a listen, please.
Comrades, maskera say. Ya apana munhu anodyara zungu aboko wachibage. Munhu anoningirikina. Anodyara chibage. Anokohwa chibage. Andimazvona. Anocheka mumwe nebanga, anochekwa nebanga. Andimazvinzwisisa. Saka ndikuti my days are numbered. Mnangagwa ari muoffice. I'm telling you this. Mazuva are numbered. Zvese zvamuri kunyeperwa naNiki Mangwana masoja ari kuzodai ndezvenema. Chiko chamunotaurwa naNiki Mangwana chechokwadi. Ari kutwita tsvina dzisina nebasa rese masoja ari kutenderera mari mese asiri kuaona ndiani. Mosikera michitaurwa zvinhu zvisina nebasa rese nevari akashaya zvitauro kuti everything is under control. Kana zviri under control kana pane kupractice kwavari kuda kuti vaite. Vapindire mutauni hakuna dzimwe nzvimbo here dzekuti vanoita zvinhu zvavo. Things is not right. Takutaurirai. Let it be clear. Handi mazvinzwisisa. And ari kumhanya mai manje mukomana musambobva makanyeperwa nevanhu. Ari kumhanya zviri very legendary. Musafe makanyeperwa. Hapana chatinonzwa naNiki Mangwana chichokwadi chinobuda pamuromo waka. Pari kumhanywa soon, I'm telling you. And vana Zimbabwe garai mine data and garai makavhura maziso. I'm telling you. Ndikuta kutaura ndiri pano. You're gonna witness this. I'm telling you. Saka hapana takazviona izvi muna 2017 animanzwa masoja vatanga kuita zvavari kuita izvi animazvona havana kupusa kakomana vai masoja atanga kuita zvavari kuita izvi. Chombo akatobvunza akati ko zvakamira sei akabva Chombo akatotaurirwa achinzi motikari idzodzo dziri kuenda kwaMutare.
My bad. I apologize.
Havana kupusa kakomana vai masoja atanga kuita zvavari kuita izvi. Chombo akatobvunza akati ko zvakamira sei akabva Chombo akatotaurirwa achinzi motikari idzodzo dziri kuenda kwaMutare. Ana Chombo akatozivisa nyika kuti aiwa motikari idzodzo dziri kuenda kwaMutare zvinhu zvese zviri under control. Hamuna chamati maona ini. So mabhutunikazi kwete tiri kunyora zita nebasa semuchite zvakati things is not right and things is reached another level. Takutaurirai. Udzana mese madistrict hapana vese ngaita dzungwa te pasina ni pasi vamwe muri kudirikitwa suni takutaurirai. Chichangomuka chakatoherereka nekurohwa. Vamwe vachapindirwa mudzimba mwachitorwa takutaurirai. Chengetai mazwangwa. Garai mine data takutaurirai. Mnangagwa madays akari muoffice kamashomana chaizvo. Takutaurirai. Zvavari kunyora kuti Mnangagwa anoramba aripo kusvika 2028 kure hakuna izvo zvari kubva izvozvi suni ari kubva Mnangagwa. Adimanzwa.
Iwe God, be careful because nokupfekeza masaga. Remember? Ndimakanga nanye masaga. Nokupfekeza masaga. Do you remember that it was Comrade Bombshell Geza? That nokupfekeza masaga. Iwe mfane nyara ukakuta zokutama nokupfekeza masaga. You remember? Very soon. This is getting very interesting. And then Godfrey Tenenkam, he said, fellow Zimbabweans, here is the only opportunity to save ourselves from the jaws of Mnangagwa's bad governance. This is the correct time to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Our heritage, which was fought for by our forefathers. We are our own liberators today. Wake up, fellows. We agree on that one. We are together on this, but on condition that all ZANU-PF structures need to be destroyed. Okay, this has been many really influential and prominent men and women, including the war vets, are saying the easiest way to deal with the problem in Zimbabwe is to destroy ZANU-PF structures. Do not forget that Mnangagwa did his best to destroy the opposition. Remember, what you sow is what you reap. Now they're coming after ZANU-PF to destroy all its structures because ZANU-PF structures are very much entitled. Okay, they are violent because that's what they know. They've been taught violence to get whatever they want. I had some people buy positions. So to save Zimbabwe, all these political structures that have caused a mess should be destroyed so that Zimbabwe can be free. So anyone who don't want to hear that, you're not a serious Zimbabwean. Any serious Zimbabwean would know that the best solution to free this country is to detach from all this political nonsense and really be able to shape the country in the direction that will save its people and its children and the legacy. Not political parties, no. I said the legacy of Zimbabwe as a nation and its people. There's a huge difference. Because remember, a politician is just an individual. Look at what Mnangagwa does. When he got in, it's his family. He's focused on his kids and his children. His children act like they're actually the president of Zimbabwe. They do as they please. These guys are disrespectful. His wife as well. She is at the forefront of all the nonsense in the country because they think they are under control. So wise people who know ZANU-PF structures need to be dismantled if Zimbabwe has to be saved from every evil that happens, because these structures were built on a platform of evil. And the only way we can be free is let's do away with that. Let's ask for forgiveness from God and let's restart. And this country should be spiritually cleansed by genuine, authentic men of God, not fake ones or just playing with the regime. I think there's another bishop who's doing corruption to the core. We don't want to be part of that. We want a genuine, authentic men and women who want this country to move forward. It's exciting. I'm excited. But I'm also telling you that there are conversation that is right now burning on Twitter. And I'm sorry to say this. I love Dr. Walter Muzambi. He's a father whom I respect. And I know he's a man of great mind. He's smart, he's intelligent. But on this one, yeah, I think he went a bit way out. But I'm going to read what he said. So Dr. Walter Muzambi, okay, I think before I talk about Walter Muzambi, I had a message for Chiwenga. This message is so important. Let's just assume Chiwenga hails to be the leader of ZANU-PF just to try to bring sanity in Zimbabwe at the moment. My advice to Chiwenga is simple. Do not work with ZANU-PF structures. Don't do that. If you want to win the hearts of Zimbabweans, do not work with ZANU-PF structures. Work with the Zimbabwean people. Have strong, able people who will cover you up and protect your legacy. Otherwise, you can go back to be worse than Mnangagwa. I'm telling you, because the people within ZANU-PF in their entitlement spirit and the bootlicking culture are poisonous to any leader that may come on to do anything from ZANU-PF party. So my message, stay away from these structures. Be a leader for Zimbabwe and separate the party and Zimbabwe. For now, focus on Zimbabwe. And then later on, maybe we can look at what does the party says, whatever, when you guys are face to face with the elections. But honestly, a wise person, including Chamisa himself, I would say if you happen to hail as a leader, don't worry about the structures of the party. Work with the able people who are genuine and authentic, and it will make your work easier. Once you work with the dishonest guys, you are in for trouble. And worse in the ZANU-PF constituency, yeah, that's why I keep on hammering on this one, because it's a small message to Chiwenga. Worse from ZANU-PF constituents, considering the gimmicks and how dishonest these guys are, unprincipled. I think you also heard Comrade Geza that said the same thing. They don't stand on anything. If someone says this, they clap hands. Tomorrow they jump up and down. Tomorrow they bootlick. They don't stand for anything. You must be principled, notwithstanding who is your buddy or who is closer to you. So that's the simple advice. Stay away from ZANU-PF. It's a poison chalice. Any person who is chosen as a leader, I said stay away from ZANU-PF structures. I did not say stay away from the people. You can love the people, you can save the people, but stay away from its structures because the structures are poisonous and they will not allow any leader to thrive. There is entitlement that is so entrenched in these guys. They think they own Zimbabwe. They think they are Zimbabwean more than the Zimbabwean people. They also think that because they got family members within the structures, they can do whatever they want and get away with it. Look at what's going on with Mnangagwa. People are looting the country dry, and he has no say because those people are saying, we made you. I told you last time that these guys hold at ransom. Because remember, they've done your dirty work to make you the man that you are in. So you can't just leave, because if you leave, we're going to go down with you. You see, so you need to understand it's dangerous to any leader to actually align with the structures that are in Zimbabwe within the political space until the country is able to produce a sanitized political system that at least be able to champion Zimbabwe more than it can champion interests of individuals and greedy. I've been saying we should focus on one thing in Zimbabwe, to build a strong economy so that people don't even fight to be in politics. They're like, you know what? I've won my career. I'm fine here. I don't care. Our goal should be to build a strong economy like what other countries are, where people actually get into politics because they genuinely want to serve, and these people are successful. Can we check in like we do with other countries? What did you build? What did you have before you get a position? Because if we don't do that, we keep on recycling unable individuals. Oh, people who have poverty mentality. Once they get a position, they are there to loot. They are there to loot. Their eyes are focusing on looting. All right. Look at what Mafume did. In a short space of time, the guys looted and only get $300 fine. That will show how broken our nation is. I'm talking about a government worker, right? A respected person who is a mayor, who moves around with the Rolls Royce in the country. Listen, he has been looting, involved in corruption. He gets a fine of $300. Oh, you can go to prison. I mean, who's not going to afford $300? Right, and he's just going to walk away and go back and still be a mayor. Is that a country? It's a joke. It is a joke, but these are the structures that we allowed ZANU-PF to build over the years. And the only way any leader can thrive is to destroy those structures and have a normal country that believes in stewardship, building a country, building its people, believing in success and authentic success, not cutting corners. Now, going on and move to Dr. Walter Muzambi's tweet that he wrote out. I'm going to read it out to you. So he said, taking a break from toxic 2030 politics in which I am in the ED Mnangagwa's presidential faction of the constitutionalist. Okay, he's very wise when he chooses his words. Refusing to be persuaded by the persuaders. I've been listening to Honorable Sakpanya. Let's talk about Sakpanya, the gold mafia guy. Okay, the guy that was involved in the death of Bishop Masaya. Don't forget his track record. Recently, we also saw, reports that at his office, they found remains there. Okay, I'm talking about remains were found, and that story just, it's going to be revisited. This is the guy that has got this track record. Okay, interview with the DJ. That is DJ Jenny. That is the Denny Show. It's my son, the Denny Show, right? He has an inspiring, humble, and rags to riches story bar the politics. Okay, and it's referring that Sakpanya started as a garden boy, right? I love his story from that point. And then also when you say young people who are not academically gifted but are entrepreneurial can learn a thing or two from his story. His Scotland FC Football Club could be the future of football in Zimbabwe. This is what he's saying. He has a bankable vision for Zim soccer going forward. We need more of these inspirational journeys broadcasted. Okay, that's Dr. Walter Muzambi. I'm talking about Dr. Walter Muzambi, a box office. Okay, a man of great mind. He's one of the most smartest men I know. Okay, a man that I own and respect. I have a problem with this tweet. And not because I disrespect his view, but I think the tweet is insensitive, in my opinion. It's insensitive considering the track record of Scott Sakpanya, okay? Yes, I know about his soccer, the gold mafia. I was not going to mind if Scott was going to just maybe doing gold thing and all the shenanigans. But do not forget, within the gold mining that is happening, illegal gold mining that happens in Zimbabwe, there are a lot of people that have died. That some of you are going to know a lot of issues that will come out after Mnangagwa's fall. Okay, a lot of people died, and they were being killed because of these gold mafia guys. Okay, at his own office, they found remains. Remember, recently it came out. It's on record. Okay, the guy also was part and parcel of the death of a bishop from the opposition, Bishop Masaya. Don't forget the story, right? The same guy that is Sakpanya. Right, and now he's got this soccer club, and we know how Mnangagwa and his runners operate. They always try to build, to influence, like most of government institutions, or anything that has to do with the people in general. So when I say that soccer is known and how it influenced society, you saw Magaya fighting to be part of it. You saw Themba Mliso fighting to be part of it. You also saw how Wikino Shiva jumped in and started saying things to just cause chaos, like we want to be in control. It's all about manipulation, right, and control. Control that is not to the benefit of Zimbabweans, but control in order for them to destroy the country while they benefit. So there is a huge difference. So I don't want to look at him as a soccer, whatever you guys are calling him. I'm not buying that nonsense. I also will not buy that he's an inspiration to the youth. If a person has to kill to find himself in parliament, to me it's a problem. You're a criminal. And where do you even get the guts? The guts of killing someone to find yourself in parliament? But again, I've told you, it was all about control. Mnangagwa has always been trying to manipulate parliament because he wanted this 2030, he wanted him to move to 2030 and then he can build his Zimbabwe kingdom to protect him and his children. And all these that we are ignoring at the expense of who? Of an entire nation. Guys, we must not forget, as we speak, 40% of Zimbabweans are mentally ill. Where did it come from? The very same people who have bleeded the country to death. Today we talk about drug addiction. Who brought drugs in the country? It was systematically done by individuals with interest to drag the youth so that they don't fight against the regime. So you can't tell me that that can be respected and a person can be an inspiration. Maybe we need to go back to basics and really discuss about what does inspiration means. Okay, how do we say someone is an inspiration in society? What do they do? Who are they? Because the reason why Zimbabwe will never move forward is because we have allowed evil to take center stage, and that's what we glorify. So people can be killed. We think that's normal, right? People can be abducted, tortured, and some people in the street will be watching when someone is being abducted. It's a normal thing in society. A person can look like what Mnangagwa is doing. No one question him. This guy can be so disrespectful. A president of a country is protecting a criminal. And in fact, he's getting angry that you're asking him about a criminal that he's befriending. Right? That's what the country is right now. And we have allowed abnormal things to become normal. We have allowed evil people to be at the forefront. And let me tell you, nothing will work. Even God will never bless this country until all our institutions reform. Do you know what we might as well have a person who's not educated, but a person is principled and a person is God-fearing in leadership? That country will be blessed. You can have the most educated man in position. As long as that man believe in evil, nothing will work. I don't know why we don't get this. Nothing will work. So to free Zimbabwe, we must all go back to basics and principles and say, this is not it. We can never point our children to wicked men and women and say, that's your inspiration. There's no inspiration there. So let's be honest with one another. For me, Scott Sagpanya is not an inspiration to anybody. In fact, I would tell young people to never be closer to this man. This man is poisonous. Okay, he is poisonous. And he belongs behind bars. Because you still need to answer, why did they kill Bishop Masai for him to be in parliament? Why did they find remains at his house? Right? And he needs to be answerable. Why the gold mafia? We have all of a sudden, you guys have forgotten the gold mafia. That is bleeding Zimbabwe to death. I don't know. Like I said, I respect Dr. Walter Muzembe's view. I respect him as a man of great mind. But here, he lost it. Here, with all due respect, he lost it on the principle of factor. That, guys, life is not governed by muzzling, governed by dirty money. It's governed by principles. That's why right now Mnangagwa's dirty money has failed him. And the time I went to Twitter, the first thing that I tweeted was, dirty money will fail. And people thought it's a joke. Dirty money will fail. You can have all the money in the world, but there'll come a time when that money fails you. It can even kill you because the money is the foundation of you getting that money is evil. And God will give you a cut of debt that you can't cross, whether you like it or not. I've been sending a message to my brothers who does all the dirty work that, listen, your time to pay for the evil that you've done is now. You are going to be held accountable, not because of politics, but because it's time God has to show you who he is and that he is the giver of life, not you. Right? Some of the comments to Dr. Walter Muzembe, the local struggle, he said, Zagara apana munu anobuda muzanu PF, anefungwa kwadzo, anongoona mari chete, wakutorasa ma-principles awufanele kuvoterwa nevanhu iwe chero wadzoka munyika. And they're referring to Dr. Walter Muzembe. This is disrespectful. Someone that I respected, this was his response. Learn to work too hard too. I'm against throwing baby away with baby bathwater. I distill lessons even out of adversity. No. That's not the issue. The issue is not the hard work in Zimbabwe. The issue is the evil. Anything that is built on a platform of being evil towards someone else is bound to fail. Notwithstanding how long it's going to take, it is bound to take people to the dungeon because Yahweh, God Almighty, won't allow it. What is the purpose of people before the court, right? You know, I was looking for my Bible somewhere here. Before, whenever in the court, people lift up the Bible, right? Before you get to be a leader, when you're being sworn in as a president or any other department in the government, you lift up the Bible. What is the purpose? You are simply saying, I'm going to honor the principles that are in the Bible. Do not kill. Do not steal. The 10 Commandments. That's where most of these principles emanated from. So to hear Dr. Walter Muzembe think what Sokmanya is doing is inspirational, it worries me. It worries me. It does worry me as a child. It does worry me because that's not what we were expecting. Anyway, Otto said, comrade, how about having 3 games left in the league, Division 1, and the owner tells the referee that the president of the country wants me to bring the trophy to him? What's that, comrade? Joyce and Dosaka Muchingonzi Venevano Amuchinje Zigananda. And which I agree. I've said earlier on, there is a way to free Zimbabwe, destroy all the structures of ZANU-PF. Because these guys, I think ZANU-PF in general, these people need to detox. And I think for me, I know Dr. Walter Muzembe shares the same sentiment that many people need to detox. Because honestly, that's why Zimbabweans have always been saying they would one day lead as someone who has never been in ZANU-PF. And the reasons are to give Zimbabwe a new start. Because those that have been in ZANU-PF are struggling to let go of the culture of evil. A culture of impunity to them is normal. And yet is the reason why we are in where we are today. It's impunity. You cannot kill and get away with it. You cannot abduct and torture and get away with it. You cannot steal money that belongs to the poor and get away with it. I was shocked this morning to hear from from Jealous interview that these guys are looting money that's supposed to go to the hospital. It's called the hospital levy. Okay, so when you guys are buying data and you are calling, there's money that's being taken to the government. This money goes to cater for hospitals. And these guys within the government, Mnangagwa's regime, is looting the money that's supposed to go to the hospital. It means they've been killing people. So that money was supposed to save lives. No, it failed to save lives because it went into individuals' pockets for their personal gain. Okay. And you want to tell me that then God in the heavens is going to say, no, that's all right. No, Yahweh is made. You must be grateful that we are not here. We are not destroyed, Zimbabweans. God is so merciful and patient. Otherwise, He could destroy that country. What are we doing in this world? We are simply hurting each other. We are not bringing no peace, no joy, nothing except causing pain to each other. So honestly, ZANU-PF people need help. Mr. Chwenga, sir, if you just happen to be the president of Zimbabwe, like we don't know. If you happen, I'm begging you, stay away from ZANU-PF structures. Those ones will be your downfall because they are built on a platform of evil. And let me tell you, you are also not even safe around them. You're not safe. So if you are smart, destroy those structures and have a new start in the country if you want to be free. Already people were angry. And Henry, judge said, Kikiki laughed. He said, Vakoma, example, there's nothing our youth should learn from this guy. Nothing. Jay-Z said, Walter, what is inspirational ipapa? And he said, I'm pragmatic, not lost. That's what he said. I said there is a bit of, okay, I understand the rhythm of someone, came from a garden boy. But we need to also understand as much as he was a garden boy. Okay, let me tell you, all of us, we have humble beginnings. Okay, but it's not about coming from your humble beginning and not cause pain, coming from a humble beginning and change lives. Incredibly so, I get that part. But to hate others, to kill, no, that can't be an inspiration for me. And I stand by my words. Doko said, praising a murderer is pragmatism. Iwe ka This is another guy, Zimbabwean guy, who's responding. Captain said, I worked with you. I'm a war veteran. I have sincere respect for the man I know as water. You are smart, humble, down to earth. It might be rags to riches. Saga, yes, but this court is full of dirty graves. Agreed. I know him in and out, a dirty crook. Kwandit, I grew up in Mavuku. Listen, people are trying to, I said it's just a matter of time before truth comes to light. And some many people are going to be really humiliated. And he said, I suspect everyone responding has not listened to his interview. Neither do they want to. Simply because it's court. I listen to interviews fielded even by my enemies. I am not going to listen to his interview. I will never do that. I believe in the power of imitation, especially listening to people who just send their spirit that is not great. I don't. There are people that I own and respect, I can listen to, but Scott Sakpanya is not one of them. I'm not going to listen to him, guys. Never. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. And thank you so much for coming through, guys. Guys, there are children, okay, I'm begging you. There are children who are asking for help. School fees, please. My school fees out there are not really expensive. I think maximum is to be $100 for those that are in high school. But majority are $45. If you can, please, I'm going to drop information in the description box. Guys, you can pay direct, to the school. You don't have to pay me or no one. Direct to the school. The invoices are there. You can call, confirm before you put your money down. Guys, let's be a brother's keeper. Let's help each other to make Zimbabwe great again. Mnangagwa is out, so the Zimbabwe that we want is definitely around the corner. Drop your comments in the comment section, and I want you to know that I love you so much. Guys, is safe and sound. He's safe, he's good, he's okay right now, he's fine. Some of the things that you are seeing on social media coming from Mnangagwa's regime, the counter fake intelligence from Temu, who are trying to threaten you. Comrade Geza is doing well. He's fine. Right now, I'm telling you, he may be watching me as I'm speaking right now. He's watching this thing. So relax, be happy. Guys, don't forget, right? Geza is the man of the moment. Alright, don't forget to like the live, guys. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video before you go, y'all. Alright. Shout out to the military. Give me my flowers while I'm still alive, y'all. Hey, I love you guys. Don't forget to thumbs up the video before you leave. I'll see you later on. I'm coming back. Bye for now. God bless you and God bless Zimbabwe. I love you.